Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Today is all about a smoked roast beef. We're going to do it two ways. Holiday season is upon us. You guys check this out. If there's one thing I've stressed to many of the viewers, you got to let the grocery store speak to you. Thanksgiving is over. We push it to the side. I'm done. I'm not even doing a Thanksgiving leftover special whatever. I'm just done with it, right? Time to move on. So what's down the pipeline? Christmas, New Year's, yada, 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 yada. When I think of that, our family gets together. We love to have appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, finger foods, you name it. Walking through the grocery store today, basically brain dead. Not brain dead. I just wasn't feeling nothing on sale, nothing full price. Until I came across this. Talking about bang for your buck, you're looking at $5.89 a pound.
98.
What'd I say?
That's your dyslexia.
Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go. I typically do not see this much marbling in a roast like this, okay? So I passed it up. I went down through the grocery store line in the meat aisle again. I just kept coming back to it. Let the grocery store speak to you. Now that we've got it, how do you make it? I want to use the griddle. It's not really a griddle item. We got the smoker, but how do we incorporate both? I got you. Went to the bread aisle, got a French baguette. So we are going to do smoked roast beef two ways. We're going to do half of it. It's going to be like your traditional au jus French dip. Okay. The second way, since the holidays are coming up, is an appetizer. We're going to take some garlic confit. Show you guys how to do that. Little different twist. And basically cut our medallions and our French bread. We're going to toast it or brush it with that garlic butter. Toast them on the flat top. Make this really great paste. Enough talking. Let's get to it. First things first, I like to do a really good crust to go on top of the roast. I think it's just a great, I just love it. We do it on our smoked prime ribs as well. All right, first things up, I'm just gonna make a quick garlic paste. So I'm gonna take about, all I'm doing is trying to eyeball how much seasoning I need to coat this. If you're a garlic fan, you can use more garlic. You could roast your garlic ahead of time. It's not a big deal. So let me show you. Smash and peel. All right, when you're talking about how to smash garlic, typically you need a couple things. Finely diced, finely chopped garlic, and abrasion. A lot of people use salt. If your seasoning that you're using in your recipe is coarse, you can use that. You don't have to resort to salt. Okay, I'm gonna show you that right here. Add just a little touch of oil. We're going to use a Heath Rawls beef rub. It's definitely got a ton of pepper in it, so I'm going to avoid using salt and pepper today. But I am going to use this a little bit of abrasive. It's not going to matter. It's all going to go in there just like the salt would, okay? Now all you're going to do, kind of like a rocking motion. When your garlic paste looks something like this, there you go. No muss, no fuss, super easy. Now that that's done, for some, rosemary is a no-no. I think if you use it lightly, I think it adds incredible flavor, so we're not going to overdo it. I don't even like a lot of rosemary. One of those things where we talk about, obviously use the things that you like to use. Looking at about a teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons full. Tablespoon of W sauce. Tablespoon of Dijon mustard. This is horseradish. This is not the creamy style. The creamy style is not as potent. If you have that, that's fine. Just so you know. Tablespoon of that. We're going for about a 1/4 cup of mayo, maybe a little less. We're only trying to rub it, the outside of the meat. 1 tablespoon of butter. We're just gonna take our spoon and mix it all together. Just smash that butter inside of it. Room temperature butter. All right, when I use my pellet smoker, you guys like to see the system I have. So this is no different. I had planned on caramelizing some onions later. So what I'm gonna do is just help some of the flavors out to try to catch as much flavor as possible to use in our jus later. So I've got my metal rack, sheet pan, aluminum foil just to protect it, a cooling rack to elevate it off, and just rough slice some onions just to put right on the bottom. See that right there? All the drippings from that beef is gonna sit right inside of them onions. All right, today we're gonna be smoking with the fat cap down. The other side is more surface area, plus with the mayonnaise and the butter and all that adding a fat layer itself, it's not necessarily important to keep the top as moist because you're already doing that. If you were going to a dry rub only or just a seasoning, then you would want the fat top up. Since the fat top will be used on the bottom, we're going to go ahead and do this now and then season it because
you season your presentation side last.
Thank you. Generous, generous, generous. All sides. It's got a good pepper blend in this. That's why I chose it today. A little salt. Again, since this is the top, hit it liberally. Remember, it's a big piece of meat. It can take a lot of seasoning. All right, put your thermometer right there in the middle. I'm having the face of this roast face the fire. The fire is right there in the middle because this is the skinnier side and this is going to take not as long to cook, and this is the cooler side of the smoker, right? All that plays a part of it. Close the lid. I'm not going to go as rare as typically we like our roast beef. I'm going to go maybe 125 to 130 today, like a medium rare, medium style right there. Once we let it rest and all that stuff, let the juices reintroduce, be perfect. 2.5 hours. We're shooting about 128. That's good enough for me. Oh yeah. You see all those pan drippings? You see those onions right there? All that's flavor, and that's why I believe in the system. I am going to tint this with aluminum foil for right now. We have a lot of prep work to do. Remember, this is 2 videos, right? Roast these 2 ways. This is called fried garlic. To get fancy, it's called garlic confit. Basically, you take about a cup, maybe half a cup of olive oil, okay? Put all the garlic that you want in there. The more, it doesn't really make it more potent, but let's just say a head of garlic, okay? Took all the skins off, added about 3/4 cup of olive oil, and I've just let it steep on low. Now that you guys have seen that, this is the final result. If you make too much, which I don't think you ever can, just save your olive oil and you can use this for anything you want. You can add some rosemary, you can add herbs in there, and all of a sudden you've got a diffused olive oil. It will take you a long ways. Beautiful combination. We're gonna save that garlic. Watch this. We are going to thinly slice this onion. We're going to match it with the onion under there. We're going to start caramelizing our onions. Take some of that steeped garlic oil. Remember, we're trying to infuse all those flavors. Might as well go ahead and marry them and mix them together right now. While our onions are going, let's make that sauce. Whoo, the onions and garlic, and ooh, it just smells so good. All right, about 50-50 blend. So maybe a 1/4 cup of sour cream to a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And about a 1/4 cup of half and half. tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. As spicy as you guys like it, we're going to use that horseradish that we use on the crust. I'm going to start off with 1 tablespoon. You can always add a little salt, a little pepper. You kind of want this to be a little bit loose, almost like a, what do you think, like a, we're going to need a little bit more. I'm going to show you why. You want this to be like a drizzle over your beef. There we go, that's perfect. I can tell you right now, that's what I'm looking for. All right, that's the consistency right there I'm looking for. See how it just kind of comes off the spoon, nice and easy?
More like a dressing.
Yes. I think it needs more horseradish, so we're going for a whole another tablespoon. Maybe a half of one. It ain't too spicy. It ain't too spicy. I want the horseradish. Remember, it's just a dollop on top, right? So you got to carry a lot of flavor. I think more salt and I think more pepper. All right, just like that. Set this off to the side. All this is store-bought French dip au jus. Listen, I'm only making 1 roast beef. Honestly, to make one and try to make an au jus out of it would be extremely difficult. Almost hard to do because there's just not enough drippings to make that much product. So a really good store-bought will get you at least halfway there. Custom if you want to. I did add 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, but I basically just did the package instructions.
Which is what? 1 cup of water?
Yes.
And
50% of the au jus mix.
half a cup of au jus mix.
Oh yeah, all that flavor is right there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, can you smell that?
Yep.
The rosemary. I can just smell it. I really tried to get chives. This is about the 3rd time looking for them. My grocery store's still out of them, so try to get what you can. I wanted chives. Green onions will be second. That's just how it works. Thinly slice as thin as you can. This is more of a garnish. All right, we have a standard French baguette. I'm just going to estimate right here. Then we're going to take about that thick right there. I don't know if you can see that. All right, with that hot oil, it does not have to be hot. I just thought it would be nice to keep it warm. Just brush liberally. Make sure you go face side down with your oil side so we can brush the other side. That au jus is hot.
So we're really doing 2 at the same time here. Because that's for the French dip.
Now's the time to take that garlic out. It's done about all it's going to do. And this is what I call garlic candy. Soft, sweet. Completely changes the flavor. See that nice toast? That's perfect. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to cut the griddle. Just take that French baguette. You're going to separate it about 3/4 all the way through. Just like that. Okay? Take that garlic.
So when you're spreading it, the garlic really turns to like a paste.
Oh yeah, it's so soft. It turns sweet, nutty because of caramelization. This is optional. But you know what? If you're going to make the best French dip possible, then put on there what you like. All right, moment of the truth. I'll probably just start in the middle, work my way out. It's not a big deal. Oh, yeah. Edge to edge. Beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay. Now, when you do your carving, you just want to make sure that you do your best, okay? If the piece is too big for you, I tell people all the time, you got to feel comfortable when you use a knife. Don't try to overdo it. Just slice it in half. And then you just want shaved pieces. I gotta be honest with you, when I was at the grocery store and I saw this, I took a two-step, what's it called? You know, you look at it, you're like, what the
Double
heck?
take.
Double take. And so I picked it up and I'm like, no, because it's really not what I'm looking for. I walked around the grocery store. I saw it again. I'm like, golly. Just look at the difference in these two pictures. Who am I kidding? If I slice one more bite.
I know.
Here.
I get the first one?
I can just tell you're just breathing down my neck. They don't trust you. Here. 568, 578, 589, whatever it was. We're going to do a prime rib coming up pretty soon because they're going on sale for like $560. What?
$5.97 at our grocery store.
That was $5.67. Anyways, under $6 for prime rib, bone-in prime rib. I preach it all the time. Talk to the grocery stores, let them know, or you get a game plan of what's going on. This is absolutely phenomenal.
It is amazing.
If I've ever guaranteed you anything, I try not to because taste buds are so different. You can't. All right. Let me focus here. I'm
I just want to eat it like that.
That is. You want a little sauce on there?
Why not?
Nah.
Or a little mayonnaise.
Is it traditional?
Nope.
Are we traditional?
Nope.
Man, you could warm up. You don't even need to warm up this beef in the au jus. It's got plenty of flavor.
Oh yeah, it has plenty of flavor. I almost wouldn't warm it up in the au jus.
I don't think I would either. All right, now that you've shaved your beef, find your grains and then cut against the grain. This is going to make your beef more tender. Remember, we're doing 2 videos into one to save you guys time. So that's what we're doing here. Completely optional. Boursin cheese would work well. Any type of cheese that you guys like. Maybe a herb cream cheese would work well. We're using goat cheese.
Because we love goat cheese.
You love goat cheese, and what you say goes. That crispy garlic. Look what it does to that garlic. Little fried garlic chips. A little bit of onion. Just top it with a little bit of that beef. Come in with that sauce. If this was chives, this is what I'd be wanting. Maybe just 2 little things over top. But this is what the grocery store gave us. Nice little holiday appetizer. Up the game a little bit. You've got all this beef left over for something else. You got yourself a sandwich. Using what the grocery store gives you. Smoked roast beef 2 ways. If you don't hurry up and take the picture, I'm going to have a conniption. All right, guys, there you go. Easy smoked roast beef done 2 ways. The holidays are coming, like I said, hors d'oeuvres. We just did the French dip, basically plain Jane. We didn't really get into a lot of like all the other ideas you can have. But with these bad boys, everything from like crumbled blue cheese to walnuts, roasted red peppers, pickled jalapenos. You could do pickled, what do you call it? Onions. It's just, you know, you could almost do like a whole spread, and then you could have your crostinis out and they come back over and like top it themselves. Just an idea. All right.
That's some dang flavor right there. I already had one while you were inside doing the dishes.
You get everything.
Yep.
You get the creaminess of goat cheese. The garlic is extremely robust. Like, it comes through like crazy. The beef is phenomenal. I think you get the horseradish in there. The sauce separates it, milds it down.
It's good.
That is phenomenal. These are like, it'd be hard to stay away from this side of somebody's house. Tell you one thing, you better make sure you make more than one per person.
Give me a bite of sandwich. A little juice.
Well, unfortunately, the sandwich misses the mark.
Huh?
I'll tell you why.
You're crazy.
The sandwich itself is so good, it's getting outbeat by the hors d'oeuvre. That makes sense? So it's almost like it's lacking flavor, because when you think about this is just like so much flavor. So if this is like an A, this is like a letter we haven't come out with that comes before A plus. These jokers are incredible.
It is a pretty little appetizer.
Call me crazy, but you dip your bread into olive oil, but now it's infused with that garlic.
That sounded like a better noise. Okay.
Now that is spectacular. Spectacular. That's the kicker. You want to know a kicker about food? Stop dipping it in au jus and dip it in that dang garlic oil. Holy smokes. Anyways, if you guys haven't, check out our join button down below. It's a membership program, and we thank each and every one of you for doing so. Check us out on the Griddle group on Facebook. It's the community where we come around, we talk about food, talk about ideas. I bounce things off of people, see what they say. Last but not least, thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Somebody out there, make this and tell me if these jokers right here aren't phenomenal.
Now you're dipping it in the oil again.